Hello everyone. You are watching Business Research Methods with Raveendra Hegde. Dear students, in this session, let us talk about the importance of research and criteria for good research and also the problems of research in our country. The research is very much important in any business for identifying problems and opportunities, for diagnosis and assessment, for selecting and implementing a course of action, evaluating the course of action, and moreover, business can make more accurate decisions about dealing with problems or the opportunities to pursue and how to best pursue them. And also, business research is useful both in a strategic and in a tactical sense. Students, research provides with the knowledge and skills needed for the fast-paced decision-making environment. Then what is good research? Following are the standards of the scientific method of a good research. A research purpose should be clearly defined. There should not be any ambiguities. There should not be any confusions. Research process should be given in detail. Research design thoroughly planned. Limitations should be frankly revealed. High ethical standards must be applied. And adequate analysis for decision makers needs to be followed. Findings presented unambiguously. Conclusions must be justified and researchers' experience should be reflected. Now let us examine the criteria of good research in detail. Good research is systematic. That means the research is structured with specified steps to be taken in a specified sequence in accordance with the well-defined set of rules. Systematic characteristic of the research does not rule out creative thinking, but it certainly does reject the use of guessing and intuition in arriving at conclusions. Second, good research is logical. This implies that research is guided by the rules of logical reasoning, and the logical process of induction and deduction are of great value in carrying out research. Logical reasoning makes research more meaningful in the context of decision making. Good research is empirical. It implies that research is related basically to one or more aspects of a real situation and deals with concrete data that provides a basis for external validity to research results. Good research is replicable. This characteristics allows research results to be verified by replicating the study and thereby building a sound basis for decisions. Then let us discuss when research should be avoided. When information cannot be applied to a critical managerial decision. When managerial decision involves little risk. When management has insufficient resources to conduct a study. When the cost of the study outweighs the level of risk of the decision. The business research should be avoided. Now let us see when business research is needed. The determination of the need for research centers on time constraints, the period takes to complete a whole research, the availability of data, whether it is primary or secondary, the nature of the decision to be made, and the value of the research information in relation to cost. Why is it important for managers to know about research? The research is pretty much important for managers to solve problems. It acts as a decision making tool. In any competitive environment, the research is very much helpful to get a good result. To reduce or to avoid the risk, the research is important. And to choose the better investment, the research is one of the important tools. Hire researchers and consultants more effectively. Now let us see the problems encountered by researchers in India. Lack of scientific training, insufficient interaction, question of confidentiality, untimely availability of data, lack of secretarial assistance, lack of code of conduct for researchers, overlapping of research studies. Dear students, now let us see these points in detail. Lack of scientific training. There is a paucity of competent researchers in India. Many researchers take a leap in the dark without knowing research methods. So, research in a dark room for searching a black cat which is not there is not at all good research. So, what are the consequences? Most of the work which goes in the name of research is not methodologically sound. The research results quite often do not reflect the reality or realities. So, what is the solution then? Efforts should be made to provide short duration intensive courses to make researchers well equipped with all the methodological aspects. Second point is insufficient interaction. A great deal of primary data of non confidential nature remain untouched or untreated by the researchers for want of proper contacts. So, what solution can be found for that? Efforts should be made to develop satisfactory relation among all concerned for better and realistic researchers. Industry interaction program. Next is the question of confidentiality. See, most of the business units in our country do not have the confidence that the material supplied by them to researchers will not be misused. So, the consequence is reluctance in supplying the needed information to researchers. So, the solution is generate the confidence that the information will be confidential. Overlapping of research studies. Research studies overlapping one another are undertaken quite often for want of adequate information. So the consequence is duplication. So one can easily copy and paste the another research results. The solution is proper compilation and revision at regular intervals. Even there are some softwares also available now. So using that software, one can check whether this research is copied or not. Lack of code of conduct for researchers. There does not exist a code of conduct for researchers, and inter-university and interdepartmental rivalries are also quite common. The solution is develop a code of conduct for researchers. The researchers should have some etiquettes. Lack of secretarial assistance. Many researchers in our country also face the difficulty of adequate and timely secretarial assistance, including computerized assistance. The consequence is delay in the completion of research studies. The solution is University Grant Commission UGC must play a dynamic role in providing secretarial assistance. Untimely availability of data. There is also the difficulty of timely availability of published data from various government and other agencies. Published data vary quite significantly because of differences in coverage by the concerning agencies. The consequence is the time and energy of researchers are spent in tracing out the books, journals, reports, and so on. The solution can be given is Efforts should be made for the regular and speedy supply of all governmental publications to reach our libraries. So, this is about today's session. Remember, even if you are on the right track, you will get run over if you just sit there. Thank you so much. Have a nice time. Take care.